Now, God is everything you can't imagine. The only thing you could get out of him is Father. And he can't communicate with us directly. He can only communicate with us through he can't communicate with us when we're awake. You know? Because it's too much information that he has to put us in a slumber in order for us to, for me, that's what I've been going through. You know what I mean? He has to put me in a slumber in order to relay any message to me, because I feel belittled when they come and angels come and be like, yo, Drain, you know, God said or Dad said, because they don't even use the word God. They call him Dad, they call him Father. Like, yo, he said whatever, whatever, whatever. I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand, but there's certain things that he has to relate to me personally. So I only get them through dreams, you know, and then he's so amazing. It's just soothing, because I'm always crying because I want to go home, and I'm always crying because I'm always talking about how they can't learn and why am I still here, and they can't learn and why am I still here. And then he's like, yo, you had an assigned time, so when your time is up, then you come. And I understand that you're a fast thinker and you realize that quick, but you gotta wait out your time, you know. I'm not always crying, I'm just always sad, you know. And he holds me, like, he holds me right here. I love it. Holds me right here. And it's just like this, calm down. Guess what? And, you know, he tells me about what's going on. And, like, he even distracts me. He's like a father, you know, and it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. I didn't finish talking about God because, like, my parents came home and they're extremely opinionated. But what I was saying was, you could think about him and pray about him, but you know nothing of what he is other than your creator or whatever, you know. And the Father is the ultimate father and mother. He's both, you know. He cradles you. He holds you. He loves you. He does what's good for you, and he gives you what you need and nothing more, you know. He is something that he's everything and then some, you know. And I mean, you could even see the face of God in evil things. You know what I mean? Because they know it. Because it's in them. Who put it there? You feel me? Because really though, in the Bible, there were plenty of times, even in Jerusalem, when he told them to get out, he said get out of her. Some left and some stayed, but when they stayed, there were things going on there that you would never expect to happen in the Holy City. Silly. Yeah, they were silly. But in the Holy City, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people were resorting to worshiping false gods. People were eating their children. People were eating each other. People were stealing, raping. It was horrible. People were starving to death. Sick bodies were on the side of the road and all kinds of things. If I'm not saying he caused that, but if stuff like that can happen from him taking away blessings or holding back blessings, that's like, he's like a catalyst. You know what I mean? You know? Or if that's like a catalyst, you take something away and, you know? And the catalyst is usually something that you add to something that starts, you know? But you could also take away and start, like, you make it unstable, you know? You create an unstable situation and then such happens, you know? But he's he's more personal than people think he is. You know what I mean? He's more like into you and yours than you think he is. It's just a matter of letting him in, and he wants to be there. He really does. He's like a parent that is far away, you know? Period. That's exactly what he is. He's like, you know, when you're not close to your dad or whatever, your mom, for whatever reason, maybe you're not close to your dad because your mom took you guys away or whatever, you know what I mean? But that parent is still a loving parent, the one that's no longer there, and they want to be there. You know what I mean? That's what he is. And then you'll be like, oh, you weren't there when I was this, where were you? And then like you kind of decide to push him away, you know? But that's not right. You shouldn't do that. It's because to have him in your life is the most is the most incredible, uplifting thing that you could ever have in your life, ever.